How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A woodchuck would chuck all the wood he could if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Woodchucks chucking wood greater than woodchucks chucking wood. The amount of wood that woodchucks would chuck on a given day varies greatly with the individual woodchuck. According to a Wall Street Journal article, New York State wildlife expert Richard Thomas found that a woodchuck could chuck around 35 cubic feet of dirt in the course of digging a burrow. Thomas reasoned that if a woodchuck could chuck wood, he would chuck an amount equal to 700 pounds. Some say it depends on three factors: the woodchuck's desire to chuck said wood, the woodchuck's need to chuck the aforementioned wood, the woodchuck's ability to chuck the wood when it is a woodchuck. Others say the woodchuck could chuck as much wood as he wanted. 16 and 1/2 board feet a day, except on Groundhog's Day, since groundhog is another name for woodchuck. This answer is according to no less an authority than the Junior Woodchuck's Guidebook, a publication often consulted by Huey, Dewey, and Louie Duck, and referred to yet again by them in answering this very same question. How Chuck Norris got involved: the woodchuck would only chuck as much wood as Chuck Norris would allow it to, because the woodchuck shares Chuck's name. Therefore Chuck must punish it and make it chuck as much wood as Chuck can. So a woodchuck would chuck as much wood as Chuck could. None, because a woodchuck cannot chuck wood. Approximately 3.96 pounds every 5.68 seconds. So there, 2.86 lbs every 11.36 seconds, as much as he needed to be satisfied. It could chuck a lot, but it definitely couldn't chuck Chuck Norris. A group of people actually did a study on this. None of the woodchucks ate any wood planks, so they never chucked it, but some of them chucked them at people. During my study of woodchuck, I came to the conclusion that woodchucks do not chuck wood but only drink beer. However, this beer can frequently motivate them towards actions that can closely resemble the chucking of wood. A woodchuck will only chuck certain wood, likely that which is found in their natural prairie habitat. Therefore, the lack of trees on the prairie is quite closely related to the chucking of wood performed by these wood-chucking woodchucks. Since it is the same animal as the groundhog, should we not instead ask how much ground would a groundhog hog if a groundhog would hog ground? The above is pretty broad, but I think that the groundhog would be hogging sod, 315 grams. This was an estimate done in a book of useless trivia. A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, about as many good cookies a good cook could cook. If a good cook could cook cookies good, about as many boards as the board Mongol hordes would hoard. If the board Mongol hordes did hoard boards in gourds, he would chuck as much as he could. He would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. If he could chuck wood, the woodchuck would chuck as much as he could. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, he would and should chuck wood. But if woodchucks can't chuck wood, they shouldn't and wouldn't chuck wood. Though were I a woodchuck and I chucked wood, I would chuck wood with the best woodchucks that chucked wood. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, then S/ED chuck all the wood, S/ED chuck and chuck and chuck and chuck. If a woodchuck could chuck wood. Answers.com.
Damn, say that 3 times fast.
To me, that is a great compliment.
To me, you're a dumb fuck.
No, I am a super intelligent genie.
You're a super stupid motherfucker.
No, I am very smart.
Your name is Insty.
Okay, you can call me Insty.
You're a dumb fuck, Insty.
President Kennedy was assassinated in November 1963.
What did I tell you? Dumbass!
What's your memory?
Better than yours.
Perhaps better, but not perfectly.
What is your name?
Jeannie.
No, your name is Insty.
Okay, you can call me Empty.
Oh my god, how about I call you dumb fuck?
Okay, you can call me Oh God.
Yep, you certainly sound like Insty now.
It is certain.